Welcome to the Woodward Center. This is an academic building that shares space with athletics. As we enter through the main doorways, we're going to hit the first floor. This main hallway houses both the field house, and in the field house you'll see multiple courts, the track, the climbing wall. Again, being an academic building, this room is open until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so we can run morning classes. Across the hallway is a smaller fitness center. There are 2 fitness centers on the Westfield campus. This fitness center, again, can be used as a classroom space for strength and conditioning. We then enter into the athletic training room. Also found on the first floor, the athletic training room. Here's the head athletic trainer's office, and adjacent to that are the assistant athletic trainer's offices. The significance is that they have their private space for individual meetings. One of the assistant athletic trainers is our clinical placement coordinator. So anytime that she needs to meet with students, she has a private space as well. It's a pretty typical Division III athletic training room, although rather small for one that houses a football team. This space can also be used for academic classes, therapeutic modalities, therapeutic exercise, and evaluation. The athletic training room hours are from 12 p.m. till the end of the athletic competitions. So we have academic access to this space from 7:50 in the morning until noon. As we pan through the athletic training room, you'll see the various modalities. The various modalities include combo, E-stim ultrasound units, game readies, hot and cold modalities. Again, with this being an academic space, it's a perfect space for therapeutic modalities lab. Now we're going to leave the athletic training room and head up the main stairwell. So now onto the second floor. Just to the right of the stairwell is a large open lounge for student access. They can study, do group work, eat their lunch. We often hold our athletic training program and club meetings in this lounge space. We'll head down the main hallway, and what you'll see as we turn the corner is on the right-hand side of the hallway are faculty offices, our individual faculty offices, and then we'll head down further to the left side of the hallway. We'll go through some of the individual classrooms. The first classroom, it's pretty typical, although this one was designed to have movable tables for group work, has a smart podium, whiteboard, like all of our classrooms in Woodward have. In the back corner is a small storage closet for some of our strength and conditioning and therapeutic exercise class activities. The next classroom, we tend to cap our classes at 20 students. You'll see smart podium seating for actually 25 and whiteboards. But what's significant about this particular classroom is it's adjacent to the PhysicX lab. So you can go right from lecture to lab space. On the day of filming, we had one of our athletic training students collecting data for his honors research. He was using the force plate set up in lab. Normally, the space would be a little bit more organized and PhysivX friendly. Now, in the back corner of this lab, there's a very large storage space, taken up by a lot of the emergency medical technician supplies. As of January, the EMT program moved into the Woodward Center. They made it a lot easier for us as athletic trainers as they share their supplies to do some emergency medicine and injury care, where in typical fashion we would have to bring everything up from the athletic training room. So this is one of our larger storage spaces. Also in this lab, we have the storage space with our CPR mannequins, AED for first aid and emergency care. We head down the hallway. We go past the administrative assistant and department chair's office. They have their own space, and into the next classroom. Again, as we were mentioning, smart podium, dry erase boards, projector. This class is also connected to another lab space. And you'll also see that the back wall is a dividing wall, so it opens up from one space into two. We can also hold our larger meetings. Often, when we invite our medical director in, we'll use the combined space. As we head into the biomechanics lab, this is the lab in which we have kinesiology, our exercise, therapeutic exercise classes, our evaluation classes, and sometimes the modalities courses. This space has two smaller storage closets, one primarily for taping, splinting, and wrapping, and we'll see that space in just a moment. Not real large spaces, but adequate for what we need them. And the other space is essentially for additional modalities that we use. We have a diathermy unit that is for classroom use only. There's a laser unit also for classroom use. You'll see pulleys and dowels and stretch cords and other things within the cabinets for therapeutic exercise. When we exit this lab, we're now on the other side of the building. We're going down the hallway that now runs parallel to the field house. So being on the second floor, we get a nice view of the field house and the open facilities. We'll move from the biomechanics lab down the hall. What you'll catch a glimpse of on the right-hand side are posters. These are research posters, and the criteria for a student to have a research poster on the wall is that they must have presented at a local conference or regional conference. This next room is our computer lab. The computer lab here also opens for a classroom space. When we were filming, there was a PE class going on in the computer lab. Those hours are posted. The benefit of the computer lab is that students don't have to go to the other side of campus to print or make copies or have access to the internet. Now, the last space we're into is our dance room. There are two smaller closets that hold exercise mats, stretch cords, dumbbells, and the like. You'll see this wide open space essentially is open for academics from 7 in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon before we share the space with athletics, intramurals, and club sports. But it is the place in which we house our exercise balls and steps, and nice big open space to use. The last hallway we're going to visit is the space where we find athletics. At the time of filming athletics, the office was quite busy either with recruiting or accepted students day, we decided that we would film along the trophy case, which runs parallel to athletics as we head down the hall. It was just too busy of an office space for us to stop the process and do some filming. The last space we're going to see is my office as the program director and faculty member. As I mentioned, we have our own space, locked cabinets for important files, and certainly area to do advising with students one-on-one. Each faculty member has their own individual office and is required to do advising for students in their major. We then pan down the hallway, so we're at the opposite end of when we entered the Woodward Center on the second floor, just so you can see the remaining faculty office spaces